Alright, so after NumPy and pandas, the third most popular one is Matplotlib, which is used for visualizations, right? Now, visualizations is one of the key aspects in storytelling, in talking about business insights, or talking about any uh, use cases in any company, right? So because visuals matter quite a lot, right? Whenever you're presenting something, maybe to an investor, maybe to your leader, maybe to your manager, right? So it always matters. Now, yes, let's get started with our day 24 on Matplotlib. Now, first of all, we've imported NumPy just using import NumPy as NP, import pandas as PD, but this Matplotlib, just a small note here. So import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. So this is how you import. So inside Matplotlib, there is this pyplot class that we are using. So and then we import it as PLT. Okay. Now, so let's say we want to just plot a simple graph. So my think of it like you have age and height, or you can have hours spent and marks scored, right? So any of these is absolutely fine. Like for example, let's go with hours versus marks. Okay, now my hours, so let's say I have some values, so I'll just have let's say some 5 values. Let's choose 5 values. So 2 hours, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, right? And then let's talk about marks scored by each of these candidates. Let's say 21, some 38, probably 64, 85, then 98. So these are the marks scored. So let's say I want to plot these visuals on a graph, right? So the beauty of this collab is you can actually visualize anything and it displays in the screen itself. Okay, so let's see how do we do that. Now let us actually create a couple of lists. Hours, let's keep it 2, 4, 6. Okay, I'm sorry, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Then you have marks, then you have 21, 38, 64, 85, 98. Okay, so this is also done. Now you can do a simple scatter plot. So what is a scatter plot? So scatter, nothing but you connect your x comma y value with a dot. Okay, let's see how do you do that. So plt dot, you can do a scatter of hours comma marks, and you can give it a color. Let's not even give it a color. Let's just plot this up and let's see what happens. Okay, you start to see that you have your x-axis, you have your y-axis, and then you have these dots as well. As you keep adding more dots, you can get the feel that it's almost connecting to a straight line, right? Now, okay, so David, you did this, but what is this matplotlib collections and all, right? So you can actually remove it if you just put plt.show, and what happens is that goes away and only the plot will be visible. Okay, it's yes, so this is only visible now. And okay, so this is okay, so you understand, I understand, this is marks versus hours. But let's say any new person comes and looks at this chart, he does not understand anything what this is, right? What is this plot about? What is the x-axis? What is the y-axis? What are we talking about? We don't know anything if any new person comes, right? Now to avoid that, you can add some information. Like for example, let's add our x label. So what is our x label? Hours spent. So let's run this. Hours spent becomes your x label. Now similarly, you can copy this and add your y label also. Let us add that y label, and this is marks scored, and let us run this. You have your marks scored as well. And then you can also add title, right? So title of the plot, so plt this is students data of hours spent versus marks scored. Okay, so if you run this, so you actually get the title. Now it is making some sense, right? So students data of hours spent versus marks scored. Then on the x-axis you have hours spent, and on the y-axis you have marks scored, right? So this is how simple you can draw a plot. You can add more details, like for example, let's say you have two sets of marks. You can also say, like for example, let's say I modify this data to let's keep it math marks, and let's put it science marks. Okay, let's give 10, 15, some 19, and 25, some 35, right? Something like this, right? Now let us modify, so let's give it math marks instead of just marks. Okay, so as you see, if you put math marks, okay, you see that it is plotting the math marks. And now let us also add the science marks, and now let's run this. Okay, you see that, okay, so you have couple of colors, right? So this orange color is one, and this blue is also another one, right? Now you may ask, so David, how do we know which one is what, right? So that you can add it by using legend. So all you have to do is just keep a legend here, and then add labels. Okay, so add labels of, so math marks, add a label is equals to math. Then here also add a label is equals to science, right? So yes, so now you see you have a legend, so which actually displays what exactly is what, right? So this blue line refers to math, and this orange one refers to science, right? So this is how you can actually do a simple graph of a scatter plot. So similarly, you can do line plots, you can do bar graphs, you can do histograms, you can do pie charts, right? So there are n number of possibilities, and Matplotlib also has interactive visualizations as well. So if you want more ideas as well, so you can go to the official page of Matplotlib. So here itself you have lots of tutorials, examples, everything, right? So I've actually learned it this way, right? I looked at lots of these examples every time I wanted some reference, like, so you can draw multiple lines, right? So all of this, right? So yes, you can see some fancy graphs as well, so sine graphs, right? So all of these are also some. So if you are a person who's into doing some experiments, some laboratory work, right, so you will find this library, right, so amazingly useful because it supports lots of these things. All right, so that's all for this module. See you in the next one.